Meghan caught red-handed leaking stories because she was mad that she couldn't go to Balmoral. According to Tom Bower, in his updated version of Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors, Prince William ordered the plane taking the family to see the Queen in her final moments to leave without Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. He states that Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, was not welcome at Balmoral Castle, and there's no one alive with pith between the ears who can't see why. For 4 years, she'd rejected the Queen's invitations to visit Balmoral, but in her last hours of life, Meghan eagerly sought to make the journey. Harry was told firmly that Meghan wasn't welcome. Unwilling to waste more time, William ordered the RAF jet to take off at 2:39 p.m. Harry was left to hire his own plane and make the journey alone. According to a source, Meghan apparently tried to leak when and how the Queen died because she was bitter that she couldn't come to Balmoral. The source said, "When my LA source called me about the death of the Queen, he told me the exact time and the general illness. He was very concerned for the royal family because everyone in the US knew that Meghan Markle was the source, trying to feed it to any outlet that would take it. But the outlet showed some honour and didn't want to break the news out of respect for the family. When I got the news, I immediately went to the British royal family to ask if anyone had heard it, as I was hoping it wasn't true, but I was also worried Meghan would get away and break the story. About that time is when Lady C broke the news, for which I was thankful because the more I was learning, the more I heard about Meghan trying to break the news because she was mad they wouldn't allow her at Balmoral Castle. Secondhand Coke on Reddit confirms Meghan did leak info about the Queen's death. She wrote, "On September the 8th, some may remember my posting that I just heard from my source in LA that Her Majesty had died at 2:30 GMT of bone cancer, and had anyone heard this? A couple have replied, you hoped my source was wrong. For once, I hope so too." Within the hour, Lady C, followed quickly by the media, broke the story that Her Majesty had in fact passed away. There was little doubt on my end how the news ended up being known by a Hollywood type in LA when the media was embargoed, but I doubted myself a bit when it was reported that Harry didn't know about his grandmother until 5 minutes before the media embargo was lifted. Well, it turns out that isn't true, and it's very likely it was Harry's wife spreading the news, or someone in a camp. After all, her machinations were also likely why Lady C was given the go-ahead to break the news of the Queen's death slightly ahead of the embargo. Supposedly they were worried Markle would likely be trying to sell the news ahead of the embargo to an American source who'd publish it via social media or something like that. She continued, "As I said, Harry knew his grandmother was gone well before the jet carrying Andrew, William and the Wessexes took off from the airport. The reality is that he was supposed to be on that jet. He wasn't on it because he was having a fight with Charles and then with Meghan about her not being welcome at Balmoral. The fight with Charles was over with pretty quickly. Charles said no and that was that. But the fight with Meghan is said to have been what held him up. He was supposedly still arguing with Meghan when it was past time for him to have left to get on the family jet, which is why he wasn't on it."